What advice would you give to like starting musicians, like people who are just like freshly making music and stuff?
In terms of what, sorry, like specifically about like playing live or like just
like in general, like getting bigger and like just sort of like, yeah, anything really.
I think first thing I'd advise you to do is like genuinely just find what you love about music and really if you start with pure intent, it does get hard, you know, like truthfully, like last night I had like a mental breakdown and I was just like, you know, and I have one every couple of months, right? And I think if I didn't absolutely love what I do, you know, which is sing like loud, fun, kind of heavy-ish, emotional, connective music, like all those things, I'm so grateful I get to do those things at the core. When it gets hard and everything is stripped back, I still have the pure intent at the bottom. So I know that's kind of lame, but like truthfully, like don't run off with like some cool delusion. Like really follow your heart, because at that point then failure doesn't matter because you're still doing what you truly want to do. So, and I know that's lame because that's like the obvious answer, right? The other thing I'd say though is like this room's full of people who like music, right? You know what I mean? And like we would go to shows when we grew up. That's kind of how we met, is just like we liked music. We met people who liked music and we made friends with them. And over time, you know, your social kind of circle will grow. And I think it can't be understated how useful it is to have people around you that you love or believe in you or whatever, because help is super important as well. You know, you can't do everything on your own. So surround yourselves with good people and love what you do, I guess. So.
I think a good thing for us was, especially back in like the Falling with Style days, was like Lucas said about making friends. We all of the bands in our local scene, we were all like best friends. Like we would all play each other's shows, and then like, you know, we would go further afield, and then we'd make friends with other bands, and like that's how you keep getting more shows and getting to play different places, is just by like just making friends with people and being kind of like a little bit more outgoing, you know, like none of us are outgoing
Truthfully,
people.
Yeah, that's hard as well. So don't feel like you need to be.
We're all introverts, and none of us are like, you know, super outgoing, but making friends with other musicians in other places and getting to do that, you know, they ask you back, and then we ask them to come play Cardiff with us, and it's just like, it's a snowball effect then, and everyone kind of grows together, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that doesn't just happen between bands to other bands as well. That happens like on a personal level. My example of this is Falling with Style came around because there was like a school camp rock band camp sort of situation, and I was in a band with friends from my school, and I'd never met Lucas or Scott before, and we saw him cover Everlong with like the teachers at that event, and my band asked Lucas to join, and Lucas said, "Yeah, I'll join, but only if my friend Scott can join as well." And we were like, "Yeah, of course." And like I know it's like kind of like sort of like a very simple sort of example of this, but we were really young, and the snowball effect from that is quite massive if you zoom out, and it snowballed into the effect that Lucas and Scott were in Holding Absence, and he phoned me being like, "Do you want to join Holding Absence?" So it doesn't always have to be from a band to another band perspective. It can literally work for you personally as well. So I don't like to say network because that sounds really like sort of like corporate, but just like be interested in other people's stuff, and you know, sort of keep your ears open and see who you can like benefit and bring value to, and get it back as well. And things will happen quite quickly that way.
And good luck. Yeah, killer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see, special occasion, of course.